You are tuned in to the NUC NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show.
Welcome back to another episode of the NUC NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show presented by the College Gridiron Showcase and Symposium. We've already began gearing up for the 2017 College Gridiron Showcase as we recently dropped our watch list, which can be viewed at cgsallstar.com, where it isn't too late to nominate players as well. So if you're interested, go ahead and head over there. We have so far 418 players on that watch list. So again, cgsallstar.com. The 2017 College Gridiron Showcase kicks off on January 7th and goes through January 11th in Bedford, Texas. Of course, for the best NFL draft coverage, visit NFLDraftBible.com. Established in 2002, NFL Draft Bible has been bringing you the names that you need to know first since 2002. As always, I am your host, Chris Shanafelt, and I'm really excited to welcome onto the show this afternoon one of, if not the best end in all the FCS. He's really a matchup nightmare at 6'8", 250. And he was his team's leading receiver a season ago from Fordham University and a member of the NUC NFL Draft Bible's preseason All-FCS first team. He's Phazahn Odom. And, Phazahn, we really appreciate you taking some time this afternoon. How's everything going?
Everything's going pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing well. I really do appreciate you hopping on the show this afternoon. And let's jump right into it, Phazahn. Prior to last season, just looking at your journey, I mean, it's been a bit of a bumpy road. I mean, you missed your entire freshman season due to an injury, and then the next two seasons in 2013 and 2014, you had a limited role on the offense and on special teams as you were behind former All-American tight end Dan Light. If you could, I mean, take us through those first few years of yours at Fordham. How did you handle that limited role, and how were you able to make sure that you would be ready once your number was called, as it was just this past season?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, yeah, it was a tad bit bumpy. It was probably one of, the hardest things I had to do. I mean, because coming in, I was like an impatient freshman. I was ready to play, ready to get things going. And, I mean, just that whole journey, taught me to be really patient and then just keep working hard no matter what, because my time will soon come, and I want to be ready when it comes. I mean, playing behind Dan, he was a great guy. And me just starting, to play football, my junior year, there was a lot that I had to learn. And he was a guy who was really savvy, who paid attention to small details and stuff, playing behind him benefited me tremendously. So I mean, although it was bumpy and it's not ideal, I think I benefited greatly from just sitting out and just playing behind Dan and being limited my first few years.
And yeah, I mean, as you said, I mean, it looks as if everything has worked out in your favor. I mean, again, kind of being new to the game and still learning the game. I mean, learning behind an All-American tight end and Dan Light, it certainly doesn't get too much better than that. And again, Phazahn, I mean, you really bursted out onto the scene last season. You led the Fordham Rams with 37 receptions for nearly 500 yards and 7 touchdowns. When did it hit you that you could have the impact that you ended up having in a star-studded offense that includes an outstanding quarterback in Kevin Anderson, a great running back in Chase Edmonds, and now here we are touting you as arguably the best tight end in the FCS. I mean, heading into last season, did you know that you were going to be that go-to target for Kevin Anderson?
I mean, the previous spring, the coaches told me, hey, Phazahn, we really need you to, be like that guy in the pass game. And I was working hard, trying to be that guy. So I always had, the idea, but, sometimes things don't go as planned. So I wasn't completely sure, but I somewhat had, the idea that I would be that guy for Kevin and for the offense as far as the pass game goes.
And I want to continue to look at the talent that you guys have on the team, Phazahn. I mean, again, quarterback Kevin Anderson, he threw the air. He could get it done on his feet as well if needed. And what can you say about Chase Edmonds? I mean, you can make a point that he's been the top running back in the FCS since he's arrived there at Fordham. You guys had 5 guys with over 30 receptions and at least 380 yards and a touchdown last year, including yourself, of course. And on defense, you guys are losing some talent due to graduation, but I feel confident in guys like Nico Thorpe, George Dawson, and defensive back Scott Pretlow. How confident are you in the group that you guys have right now heading into this season? I mean, last year you guys were bounced in the first round of the FCS playoffs. How far do you think that the group of guys you guys have now on the Fordham Rams How far do you think this group could go?
I mean, I'm very confident in like the group we had. Like last season, we were all new starters. Like everything was like new to us. But I mean, just coming off spring, like you can tell like there's a new pop in the team. We're all confident. We all know what to do, and I just feel like our team could go very, very far in the playoffs.
Yeah. 2015, a career year for you, Phazahn, and your team. I mean, you guys were tough to beat. What said, what are both your individual and team expectations for the 2016 season, your last as a Fordham Ram?
My expectations, I definitely want to end the season as an All-American. I definitely want to at least hit 550, 600 receiving yards, and I definitely want to get more touchdowns than what I got last season. My goal is to get the school record, which is 15. Okay,
and hey, I mean, if last year told us anything, it certainly tells us to not count you out. And I think with this high-powered offense that you guys have, I certainly think that's certainly a possibility and in your reach. Now, of course, the offseason is coming to an end. Your guys' first game is about a month and a half away or so as you guys travel to take on Navy. Take us through what your off-season has consisted of, Phazahn. I mean, what have you been doing to make sure you're ready to rumble come September 3rd?
This entire offseason, I focused on, like, getting myself stronger, bigger, faster, and really focusing on, like, my, like, run blocking and, like, other things that I could do to, like, help, like, the team as a whole. So that's the type of stuff that I've been doing to, like, make sure that we're ready for Army, or to make sure that I'm ready for Army.
Yeah, I mean, making sure you're a better all-around tight end. I mean, obviously really a big threat there in the offensive game on the receiving end. And if you could, like you said, I mean, just get better at that blocking. I don't think really a tight end or even an offensive lineman could not get any better as a blocker. So absolutely fantastic. Again, he's the Fordham University tight end, Phazahn Odom, here on the NUC NFL Draft Bible Players Spotlight Show, presented by the College Gridiron Showcase. I am your host, Chris Shanafel, and again, Phazahn, I mean, you guys opened the season taking on Navy, and I don't want to overlook any other opponents. I think Week 3 against Penn should be a fun one to watch. Same goes for Lehigh, but November 5th against Colgate is one I certainly had circled on my calendar. It's a fellow conference opponent, and seeing how last year came down to the wire, it's bound to be a good game. Colgate won the Patriot League last year. Is that a game that you have circled on your calendar?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Don't want to, like, look past all the other games, like you said, but that's definitely a game that the whole team is looking forward to playing.
Mm-hmm. And is there a big rivalry there, man, any of the other Patriot League teams?
Yeah, with them and with Bucknell, because those two games are always close. They're always down to the wire, so I think those games are always fun for us to play. Certainly,
I mean, looking at the Patriots League as a whole, I mean, you got Fordham, Colgate, and Bucknell. I mean, probably the three best teams right there. Now, obviously, Joe Moorhead, he took the offense coordinator job over there at Penn State. Andrew Briner, who was your offense coordinator the past 4 years, promoted to head coach. I don't know how much time you spent around Coach Briner since he's gotten the new title, but how do you think he's handling the new job? How do you think he's handling the new responsibilities he has now being the head coach? And in terms of coaching, how different is Briner compared to Moorhead?
I definitely think Coach Briner's a fantastic coach. Since he's been promoted, I think he's done like a great job with like handling everybody and with everything. The difference between him and Coach Moorhead, Coach Briner is a little more strict. He has a tad bit more rules, but I mean it's all for the best. Coach Moorhead was more of a funnier guy to be around. Coach Briner more like serious and like to the point.
All right, and a couple more questions for you, and then we'll let you go, Phazahn. I mean, pretty simple. What should people expect out of the Fordham Rams this coming season? I've been on record. I don't know if there's any other offense in the entire FCS that has as much firepower on that offense that you guys do. And, that's not even to mention the talent that you guys have on defense as well. I mean, really just a very well-put team. And like you said, I mean, last season, a lot of guys had to take over a starting position at key positions as well. And now here we are coming back for another year. I mean, I think it's going to be a big year for you guys. What should everybody else expect out of the Fordham Rams this season?
I mean, our offense is our offense. We're going to play fast. We're going to score points. But I think something that people should look forward to is our defense. Our defense, those guys have worked so hard. And just watching them this spring, like, I think they're going to really, really, like, ball out this upcoming season. So people should definitely watch out for our defense.
Again, we're just weeks away from your guys' season opener against Navy, September 3rd. Phazahn, we really do appreciate you giving us some time this afternoon. Certainly wishing you all the best this coming season. Should be a lot of fun. Any final words?
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. There he goes again, Phazahn Odom, the standout tight end over at Fordham University, the Fordham Rams. And, again, recently my NUC NFL Draft Bible All-American team for the FCS came out, and there he is, my first-team tight end, Phazahn Odom, 6'8", a little bit over 250, and really just a nightmare for opposing defenses, and had a monster breakout junior season a year ago. And like you said, his goals, like he said, his goals this coming season are even bigger and better, wanting to reach that 550 to 600-yard marker, and as well with 15 or more. Certainly wishing him the best of luck. I mean, really just a fun prospect to watch. And when you're watching him, you can't help but notice the other pieces on that offense as well. I mean, Kevin Anderson, a really nice arm, a really nice quarterback as a whole. Again, really a dual threat quarterback. I mean, if he doesn't see anything that he could connect down the field, then he'll certainly get a few yards on his feet as well in the running game, and of course Chase Edmonds as well. And as Phazahn said, I mean, be on the lookout for that defense. Really like what I've seen from defensive back Jihad Pretlow. Really looking forward to seeing what Nico Thorpe is going to be doing this season as well. Again, special thanks to Phazahn Odom of the Fordham Rams, Fordham University senior tight end, for giving us a call this afternoon. And with that said, we have another interview coming out later on this evening. And until next time, everybody, take care.